What's a king without his queen? Well, what's a singer or choir without their accompanist? Allison Vest is a faculty accompanist that is having a collaborative recital on Saturday, May 18th. I spoke with Allison about what it means to be an accompanist and what she's got in store at her recital. Thanks for coming in, Allison.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So just a couple questions about what it is to be an accompanist. How long have you been accompanying singers and choirs and things?
I've been accompanying since early, 11, 12. I started with, at my church in the choir there. Took choir in middle school and high school, worked there a little bit. And then when I got to college, found out that could be like an actual avenue of income, as well as something that I enjoyed to do with people that I love to hear sing. So, yeah, kind of a long time, over 20 years, I bet.
Wow, that is a long time. How many people do you accompany for in any given semester?
I accompany for anywhere from 12 to 35 students, plus then a couple different ensembles.
Wow.
So it's quite a lot of people.
How much practice time do you usually devote per week, would you say, on these accompanying pieces?
That is an excellent question. Well, again, it depends on the difficulty. This semester I have 6 degree recitals with seniors that have at least an hour's worth of material. So I usually try to spend at least a couple hours a day on just that specifically, and then everything else I really can just read off the page. And that's one of the things I'm very good at, is reading music. And so at least a couple hours a day. I'm preparing for graduate school auditions. So then there's additional music on top of that I try to cover every single day.
What's the difference between piano performance and accompanying a singer or a choir or an ensemble?
I think the biggest difference is that there's an additional skill set as a collaborative partner. You have to be able to read maybe even a couple lines of score, a couple lines of music at a time, reading a couple measures ahead of time, plus then staying with the conductor and, helping support the choir at the piano.
Okay. So this recital that's happening, it's May 18th, Saturday at 4:30 p.m. in the Snow Recital Hall, which is 269. What kind of stuff can we expect at this recital?
So this is a recital that is completely of German art song, which is called Lieder.
Okay.
And I have 3 singers with me. 2 of them are students here on campus that are completing their degrees this semester.
Oh, sweet.
And then also a recent graduate. And it's music of Franz Schubert and Robert Schumann. And this is exciting because they're both very prolific romantic composers, so a lot of emotion and heightened, chords and sustained, long, beautiful, lush sounds. And they all come in these little short settings of text and piano and voice, and it's really this fun collaborative experience. So we have the first half of the program is all of Franz Schubert's music, some of the most prolific things he's written, and I'm also going to be doing a piano solo as well. Then the second half is music from Robert Schumann, and he primarily wrote a lot of his works for his wife. It's a really romantic story, over, I think, 140-ish pieces for her specifically.
Wow. So not just romantic in the musical sense, but romantic in the love sense.
In the life.
With all this music, do you have binders full of sheet music, like strewn all over your house, or how do you manage that?
Yes, I have a lot of music. If you came over, you'd be like, "Oh my gosh, how can you find your piano and all of this?" The newest thing now is to do an iPad, and there are several apps that can upload the music or take photos of the music and do it that way. I may be just a little old-fashioned, but I get a little nervous that the iPad would fritz out. Or I've heard stories about this one guy who had to play an entire sonata from memory because his iPad turned off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so paper's great,
Well, that's awesome. Is there anything else you'd like people to know about your recital that's happening on Saturday?
It's just going to be really great. There's a lot of music that I love myself, and I've learned over the past, probably 12 or 15 years that I've been accompanying. There's some of my most favorites to play and most favorites to hear sung, and the 3 people that are singing are just excellent. We have Shana-Lee Matei, Michael Sear, and Lexi Hatterley are coming to sing along with me. So just come and enjoy a beautiful evening of wonderful music, and we have refreshments, so come for the food.
If anything, come for the food.
Exactly.
I've heard a couple of those singers, and they're fantastic. And I've heard you play, and you're amazing. So
thank you.
It should be a fun time. Well, thank you so much for coming in and talking with me about this recital. I hope it goes well for you.
Thank you so much. See you there.
I'm not the only one who is impressed by Allison's abilities. Listen to some of the rave reviews given by students and faculty alike.
She's always very professional, very prepared.
She also gives great vocal advice, and she's just all around wonderful. One of my favorite things about her, she doesn't just love piano music, she loves all vocal music, band music, you name it. She loves collaborating with all kinds of artists.
She's great. She's on top of things and musical and just a delight to work with.
Allison's recital is Saturday, May 18th at 4:30 p.m. in the Snow Recital Hall, room 269. Admission is free. Come hear an afternoon of romantic art pieces performed by outstanding musicians. For BYU-Idaho Radio, I'm Andrew Gordon.